we're due for a breakout because the RSI is just super oversold. Crypto's really oversold. We're due for a huge move up. It's just lagging and hasn't done it. Silver is in the same position as gold. Is due for a pullback. Apparently, this is the first time gold in 5 years has outperformed Bitcoin as well in the 5-year time frame.
In the last 5 years, this is the first time gold has outperformed Bitcoin.
Welcome back, everyone,
to another week
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto,
the Unscripted
Crypto Podcast.
Ayo. We have a doozy, but we're going to start off on...
Major doozy.
We have a doozy. We have a major doozy. But since we haven't covered in-depth Bitcoin and the market has moved a bit, there was some downward pressure. I think it's a trading. It's a trading view intro moment.
It kind of is. We do have to cover the market a bit. It's been a minute since we've looked at the charts, and I feel like a lot is going on across different sectors. Gold, silver, going up like crazy, which we kind of covered last week.
We just talked about fucking stuttering. God damn it, repeating words. We did cover it. We just said prices, though. We didn't look at the charts or say anything more. And we said that there should be a correction. We don't know when there will be a correction, but the price will not continue to go parabolic like this for too much longer.
Oh, for the precious metals, I don't think it will be going up parabolically.
Because that would be crazy if it did. Insane if it did.
Yeah, after how much it's gone up lately, it would be crazy. You got some charts for us? Some charts?
Yeah, that's I'm sorry, I got slow because I was reading a pop-up that I received, and I was reading it. I was like, what does this want me to do?
I was like, what just happened?
My fault. We're on the gold chart, right?
Okay. Daily?
I mean, is it? I'm not. No, this is the 1 hour.
Okay.
But we're on the gold chart, correct? I'm not looking at a...
Yeah, you're looking at a gold chart for sure.
Awesome sauce. So,
per ounce.
I want to... Yeah. We're going to start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the daily. So, it's been a hot mess. This was like the last time we drew on here and I showed it. It was like we have a breakout to the upside and push towards a new all-time high, which clearly, guys, did not happen. And I saw a tweet that said Bitcoin will drop down to the next support, and if it loses that support, it's going to go down to its next support, which essentially is quite literally the case at the moment.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like.
That's literally what it's looking like. Literally, no other option. So, if you look at this chart on the monthly,
reference the last video to see it, what we were talking about.
I don't know what video it was.
It had to be the last one.
Yeah, we didn't show a chart the last one though.
Oh, you're right. Prior one.
Yeah, it just should have been the prior one. So currently, this is what we're looking at. I'll readjust it for the next chart. Obvious, clearly, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did some looking and I saw this tweet and they showed it that this will be the first 4 months of red candles in a row in the last 7 years. We haven't had that. So the last cycle when we were in bear market, we had 3 consecutive red months and 1 green month in that meantime. So we haven't had 4 consecutive red months in quite a while. And from the looks of it, this is going to close red because we only have 2 days left in this month.
Yep.
Unless, we get something. But it looks
some crazy
something.
News.
But it looks sketchy. So this is on the monthly. So
by the time you see this, it's probably the end of the month though.
By the time you see this, it will be the end of the month. So put your bets in if we close red. Pretty sure we're closing red. Ideally, don't want to close below support. It will probably easily lose it since there's not a whole lot of momentum.
Yeah, it's very possible that it loses support.
Very easily loses support. So 2 options. This is a wick to the downside, but so a lot of support right now at 82. And if we were to lose this, the top of this is support, and then down here. We can also get something what's going to sweep the lows, meaning it will drop down, get everything that's below, which is liquidity, which I'll get into. Just to add, there isn't liquidity lower at the moment. So it's already swept the lows. We'll show the chart in a few. So my theory is it ideally holds here, ranges and breaks up, and then meets new resistance, which is around 100K, a little over, or maybe even a little higher, maybe 102K on the monthly. But let's go down to the daily where it looks a little different. So support, this will be if it were to drop down and sweep this, meaning pick up whatever liquidity is left, which as I mentioned, not a lot, and then it would really have to range. If not, we are in the territory of accelerated bear market coming down, or we're in preparation to do what we did here if it loads, the drop to 29 and we rip back up to make a new all-time high. I don't know how plausible that looks like at the moment, because that would mean elongated cycle. We're not in the bear market, so it will literally drop, sweep lows, and make a new all-time high.
Yeah, definitely an elongated bear market if that were to happen. And
elongated, elongated bull market.
Yeah, bull market, correct. And it will also mean that there would be a lot of liquidity coming out. Like prices will drop like crazy in the short term. Yeah,
we would be seeing our lows of 68,000, and if it holds, right, it could potentially break our thesis of election lows, which hasn't done so yet. So we'll see. So my thought is everyone is saying, all crypto YouTube they're saying we're going lower. They're saying we are going to push up, which is a very good possibility. We're going to push up to here, reject on this, and that's where we're going to go lower to around here. Which is pretty accurate. We could see it go a little higher up to 105. The bull case, the only way we avert this, and I don't know how in the name of Jesus' name we're doing it, because momentum is shot right now, is we need to break above the 200, close, and continue a move upwards. And it's not going to happen in one day, of course, or in one candle. It will have to build. But for it to build, whenever it does decide to break above, it has to close above, my opinion. Where's my drawing stick? Would have to close above right here.
200-day moving average.
Would have to ideally close above the 200. And to make it even more certain, you want it to close really above all of this. Because if it closes above this shoulder, like higher than what's this potential shoulder on the left is looking like, you want to close above it, so it breaks the head and shoulders pattern. Because if not, what all we'll be doing if it's around here would be completing the head and shoulders pattern. It needs to break drastically above it to break that pattern up, which we're not there yet. So that's our hopium at the moment, right? Mind you, alts are bleeding. Alts are bleeding except for one, which I'll touch on because I looked at it and I haven't traded in a while just because market's been down and I don't feel like shorting and I haven't had time. But on terms of like dominance, it's still on the uptrend. It doesn't lose its uptrend. Like ideally, this could be a potential loss, but there is still support on here. So we're not in the best case scenario to push upwards on that end. Oh, what I want to talk about that happened today during the early AM. If you go to the 1 hour, we see this big drop that happened everywhere, but started a little earlier on Bitcoin, right on like market open. So market opened around here, 87, and it dipped hard all the way down to 82, almost hitting that lower support. And this just didn't happen in crypto. The entire just like stock market, commodities market, it all happened to them as well. Because if you look at gold, but gold recovered really strong. So gold opened this early morning at 5,000 what? 5,500, dipped, crazy swing all the way to 5,100, but it bounced hard, and it market closed already, and it closed really good.
Yeah, the day is still red, but
yeah, the day ended. The day ended what's called in golf whatchamacallit, a doji candle, because it just went up all the way down and closed here. So the new day's candle will be interesting to see if it's going to determine if we're going to continue to the upside or not. Which, if you do look at it, gold has been insane. So I feel that we're going to get this soon. What happened here will happen again. And we're probably going to get, if we're lucky, you can probably get gold back around here. Below this wick for sure. Below this candle. Like around here. If it pushes price... No, I don't know when. I'm just saying. I'm just showing. If it goes even lower with a much more drastic correction, we could see all the way back to 4,600, respectfully.
Oh yeah, because the chart does have price and date, so I just kind of thought that you were referring to both.
Oh no, I'm not predicting when. You can't predict those things, like especially with how the current market and the dollar is struggling. This can last a while until the dollar gets stronger, until something changes just in the market.
Mm-hmm.
But because the dollar has lost a lot of value over some time, like
the
dollar was around.
Dollar's big time low right now.
Dollar is on like it's just made it's made a lower low from this low right here. So exports are cheap. I mean, imports are cheap. Imports are more expensive.
Imports are more expensive. Exports
are cheap.
Yeah, but like what that means is that exports are we're exporting more goods.
We're exporting more goods, exactly.
Supposedly. So
it's exactly. Hopefully. Yeah, it's a double-sided, right? Because all this means is the dollar's losing value compared to like we're being debased faster.
Yep, that's definitely for sure. We're being debased. It's a double-edged sword.
Essentially.
Where hopefully our American exports are increasing, but the cost of goods for the average citizen that are imported are going up.
It will go up, exactly. So market took a hit. Crypto's in the bleed. Like everything's, like if you look at Sol, where is this? Is a clean? Where do I have a clean Sol chart? This one should be clean. Let me get rid of that.
Mostly clean.
Pretty clean, but Sol right now, if you it's zoomed out. So currently we're at a support zone. Whether it holds or not is very up in the air, and it looks very unlikely. We can easily see Sol getting to this new 98 and maybe making a new local bottom to then maybe push up if Bitcoin follows that trajectory. And this is a chart I wanted to show, which was Bitcoin on a different view right here. So these are different fibs taken from different time frames. So this red fib here is local from 74,000 low to the all-time high, and this one's from 50,000 all the way to all-time high. So the potential is potentially Bitcoin could easily come to this region. Where it's already at, find support as we said, or even another possibility is 78,000 down here. Like we said, it's very support on another support, and there is no idea what's going to happen because just the macro market is in shambles. And then the theory comes with if commodities run, when is Bitcoin's catch-up trade or crypto's catch-up trade, and whether it happens. Because the theory is that all these other assets runs, money rotates into crypto or to Bitcoin, and right now it looks very uncertain that that's going to be that we're going to have a heavy rotation of capital into crypto with the way it looks at the moment.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's lost enough value.
Yeah.
The last 4
months. 4 months. We're on the fourth month.
October, November. Yeah. We're on the fourth month.
October,
November, December, January.
Then this month about to close, and we haven't had 4 months red consecutively, like I stated. This chart doesn't show it in the last 7 years. But we are primed for, like, if this were to break up, this would be a good move. Just like how this happened. But the difference here is we at least range and had, like, came down. This is just down. So if we break this trend next month with a positive upwards push up, we could see something happen. Like, minimum resistance at 112, range back down, and this could be the new range as we saw here, which is going to be a big range. Because if it were to happen, it would be a huge range. So from there to there, that would be the new range. And percentage-wise, top to bottom is about 40% up and down if it stays in that range, which would be insane. And it also would mean
really big.
Well, bigger than this one. Yeah, bigger than this one by a little bit, which would mean, one, in my eyes, it means we're just ranging, and maybe this is the break of that 4-year cycle. If we range and then maybe get a break above it and continue momentum upwards, or we range, break downward, and it just means we're entering the bear market. Because if you go back to this chart, because it has the dates that I need.
Yeah. Essentially, it's looking really bad now, but there's still there's still some hopium left.
There's hopium, because I was looking back here. We peaked November. Here we peaked October. Right? Here we peaked October. And from October, we had one leg down, which was in May. Well, we had this first leg that ended around here, push up, had another leg that stopped around here on the daily, and then in June as we continued dropped. So we have 5 months to drop down further.
100%. No,
and mind you,
sure.
It went from here and we saw another leg down.
Yeah,
so we didn't bottom out. Bottom was January of 20 of
no.
Oh,
that's the end of the bottom. When's the beginning of the bottom?
Right here? This bottom?
Yeah. Beginning of November.
Nope. November 2022.
Yeah.
This is on the daily.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's on the daily. I think that if we do enter the bear market and just keeps on going down, like mid-September is when like purchasing should start. Dollar cost averaging. October, November, December would be the heavier months, or November, December, January would be the heavier months
that would be just bulk, like starting
bulk accumulation.
I wouldn't even say bulk. I'll say that's also when price should theoretically start to move upwards again, because that's when it happened here. January 23rd.
End of January 23rd. Yeah, 2023.
That's when it pushed. So that's the other thing. We also have a lot of time till we're so close to like our low. That does this hold? And if it does hold, that also will still push the theory of the bear market's not as rough. But I don't know. This level now looks a little shakier, knowing that there's still a full year.
The thing is, William, that would be 2020. October 2026 would be the low.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Not.
I'm not saying it for the date. I'm not saying the date. I'm saying we're this close to our low, to the low we predicted of the election lows.
Yeah.
Like, price is not far from that number. Like, let's do something, since we're already here and we're already talking about this. That's the high. So from here to here, it moved 75%, 77% in 434 days. from the all-time high. If we do the same thing, and that it's 434 days.
Okay, from the high?
From the high, it's right around there. We have currently already pushed down 30%.
And how many
theoretically, if in 110 days.
So how many days do we have left?
400.
Okay, so pull it out 300 days.
Somewhere there. For it to hit the bottom.
Which is what I'm saying.
And
that's November. That's November.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the day, Alex. I'm talking about percentage to the downside we have left.
Oh, yeah, but like the thing is, it's important to include both.
No, I know, but you're only talking about that. I'm talking about percentage to the downside in that time frame, in the 300 days we have left, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we were to, what's the word? If the Bitcoin's price does the same movement of 70%, we're coming down further in that time frame. I can't go lower. Or if it were to half its like drastic, like diminishing returns,
this is
we have diminishing returns to the upside.
He has not been disconnected.
I assume
usually
we have the
it's
same
me.
potential thing to the downside.
We
would end on our number. So it's really crucial. How long does it take Bitcoin to get to our number before I say, oh, we're going way lower? Right? You know what I'm trying to say?
And I'm back. And I hear
you.
That makes no sense.
I don't even know what happened.
That is so crazy because that makes no sense.
Like I said, like it had troubles connecting to the server, and I was like, my internet went out, and I immediately like nothing else shut down. So I'm like, it wasn't the internet.
That one made no sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Whatever, guys. We're back after some weird technical difficulties, apparently.
Some like non-logical technical difficulties, in my opinion.
Yeah, for real. So, Rook, what I was basically saying was, the time we have like to reach our lows that we predicted, Alex, is since we're only 20% like from price.
Mm-hmm.
It's versus the amount of time left is like we're right there with the amount of time left. Like,
yeah,
unless we range, we're not far. Is what I'm trying to say. Like we can like this is gonna be an easy disproven
theory
at the rate this is going, unless it becomes a huge range, which would also be crazy. But we have a lot of time to disprove that if price wants to continue down much lower. Essentially,
yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
So I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
That portion that's on the left of the major hump. So from like where the blue line is to like the low, that is what you'd call the left shoulder.
This is the left shoulder. This would be the head, and whatever comes here.
Okay, so how much time is in that left shoulder?
In this one?
Mm-hmm.
You asked this already. I think we went over it. I just don't remember the time. So we'll consider it from this green candle turned red, and we'll end it around this red candle. 76
why
days.
Why not from the blue? No, is it not? I would think
you want it from down here. You want it from here?
I would think that it'd be from the blue from the blue line up to that like low peak, that trough.
So you're talking. Yeah, but really the shoulder is this.
Okay,
you don't know
there,
it's this. This is why it's this. So I would put it from.
But that's like what, 3 days? Oh, a week.
Where? No, this is
so that last green line.
I did it from here. I did it from the red.
Okay.
Because that was the first undecided. Yeah, this is what I did. I took it from here, from the first undecisive candle, to I would say this red candle where where the drop started. So you can
where the trough started. I would think it was towards the end of the trough.
I said drop, not trough.
Oh,
you mean to here?
I would think that it's a little bit to the.
So the reason it doesn't, I don't look at head shoulders. I don't look at head and shoulders, but the people that do, I believe, just take it from the mass, like that's a mass to create the
Also fair, I guess.
the body of it.
Okay, I understand why. And the issue occurred again.
Yes, guys.
So,
we're back after more technical difficulties, and what we're discussing, like the side of the shoulders, like 100 days almost.
the shoulder's 100 days.
Yeah, from like where a mass is on the top. The bulk on top is like 100 days. And we would have another 100. So for it to create a shoulder, though, it needs to push up to at least around this rejection zone of 102,000. Stay some time there and then drastically drop and make lower lows.
And
again,
how many days? We're still at the bottom. We're still at the bottom of it. We're still at the
bottom.
We still haven't made.
We haven't broken up yet. You haven't broken up, no.
Okay.
So a head and shoulders is still maybe not even doesn't need to happen. It could just go down.
So then here's my other question.
What's up?
From the mass of the one shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
whichever side, I don't know which side you're on, but the mass of
This
one
is
shoulder
left side.
between the gap of the shoulder and the head.
You mean this?
How many days are there? Well, I'm not seeing your screen right now.
I'm not. My fault. I got you.
Yeah, I feel like we might be having some issues with like the whole 3 streams.
Maybe. Yeah. So from here to here?
No,
or just like from here to here?
No, the gap from the shoulder to the head.
This?
Mm-hmm.
So let's consider this wick. It's part of it. So just right here when it broke out, 42 days, a month and a little bit.
Okay, so 42 days from...
Realistically, you can even do it even larger. You can do it from this very same wick to like this breakout candle. So 51 days.
Okay, so where would you place that first wick at now?
It would be this wick.
Okay, so how many days are we from there?
$71.70.
Okay, so assuming that's like we'd be due for a breakout. Assuming we're looking at shoulders and lengths.
We're due for a breakout because the RSIs, every other metric they're just super oversold.
Yeah.
But crypto's really oversold. We're due for a huge move up. It's lagging and it hasn't done it. Mm-hmm. That's just the situation we're in right now. I was gonna say that's all I really had to say. Silver should also it's in the same position as gold. Is due for a pullback. Apparently, this is the first time gold in 5 years has outperformed Bitcoin as well. In 5 years, in the 5 year time frame.
In the last 5 years, this is the first time gold has outperformed Bitcoin. In a 1 year time frame?
Well, I don't know. I would have to look at it. Let me see if I can. How do I search for it?
Like those are very specific things that you mentioned.
Well, I'm not the.
It's like I'm not the expert.
I'm not, bro. I people pull those charts up, and I wish I knew how they did it, but I don't. I don't know about those charts. They're not in my They're not in my belt.
They're not in your tool belt, yeah.
They're not in my tool belt. I've looked for them. I just never find them. But yeah, I don't want to keep on sharing just because I feel like that might be part of the issue. So I'm gonna stop.
I mean, it's looking okay for now, but yeah.
Yeah,
no, honestly, I do think that was still beneficial, and ultimately, even though we were
rudely interrupted.
Even though we were rudely interrupted, we do have a phenomenal editor that really does. He knows how to get it to the point.
Make it pretty.
Every episode that we post, guys, I don't know if you know this, I watch every single one.
Yeah, someone has to.
I watch every single one start to finish, and the editing here, straight to the point. Always like The only thing that's not straight to the point is me and William. But the editor, he's like, nah, these people talking.
We're the mess. We're
these
the
people
mess.
talking too much.
Alex and I go on random tangents.
That's true.
What was I saying? I don't have anything really for Bitcoin. And
I got no stories for Bitcoin.
I
Zero
got none
Bitcoin stories.
no. Other than the Federal Reserve has paused rates, so we're at 3.5, and Trump has announced that he will be announcing his new the Fed chair next week. That's insane to me, but
An announcement of an announcement.
well, he's gonna be announcing the new Fed chair.
Yeah, but he announced that he's going to be announcing the new Fed
Yeah,
chair.
exactly. Yes, he did announce it today. He's gonna be announcing the new Fed chair, which honestly, I think Powell's doing a pretty good job for what it is.
Papa Powell's like, that's the guy. Like, he knows what's going on. It's not working out for Mr. Trump, but at the end of the day, I think Powell, my personal like correlation of what people's assumptions are or like perception is on Powell is that predictable, understandable, reasonable, like a fair man, you might say.
He is not being swayed by the threats of the president.
No, he's sturdy.
Can you also use the word stern?
Yeah,
in this
100%.
situation?
Stern and
He
sturdy.
is stern
yeah.
here.
Yeah, the guy.
He is looking at the eye of the tornado with no fear.
Yeah, just fuck going for it.
He's like, all the smoke. He's like, I'll take all smoke. Someone has to.
So interest rates are set to be at how much again?
They were paused. So 3.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, interest rates paused.
Yeah, they're looking at the economic data very closely, and they feel that they're going to pause rates for now, and they'll.
So when it comes to political correctness, no one gets it better than Powell.
Bro, Powell's the most politically correct human being on earth.
I think Powell really just like
that man gives you no insight to his next moves.
I mean, he kind of gives you insight, but like there are also insights that like you're like.
One more. Like, they asked the same question twice, and Powell's like, I cannot speak on that term. I've already said we're going to be looking.
He's like, I already told you what I'm going to tell you.
Month to month, there is nothing left for me to say.
He's like, I told you what I'm going to tell you. There's no
yeah.
more from this.
He is the most politician.
Yeah.
He gives the best non-answers.
Yeah. The only time I think is when he starts his conferences. And we talked about this before. Is there's people putting bets on. He starts his conferences in like one of two ways, and depending on which way it goes, depends on which way he starts it. Depends on which way the market flows. Like I don't know the exact verbiage because I don't follow him. Like
I don't watch
like
the
the
FOMC meeting all the times.
Yeah, but like the people who watch every single FOMC meeting and like track the markets. Like they do both of these things, they know it's like, oh, if he starts it this way, market's going down. If he starts it this way, market's going up. But besides that, like the guy's like straight arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump appointed him, didn't he?
I don't know. No, I don't think he's appointed by anyone.
I think he recommended something like that.
I don't know. I feel like Trump getting rid of him is just like you don't want to lower rates further. And I feel like Powell shouldn't be doing what the president wants.
I mean, technically, no.
No, there's no technically. They shouldn't, and the fact that he's not being forced to, like, he's being forced, like, in certain, like, being strong-armed to do, like, certain things, and Powell's just like, nope.
Yeah, so President Trump did nominate him.
Look at this.
And then the Senate confirmed him in January, according to Leo, January 23, 2018. Yeah,
Crazy.
there was a nomination. Like, who was proposed by Mr. Trump?
Oh, I'm not gonna show the chart just cause, but I forgot to mention that I was gonna show the liquidity heat map that this recent Bitcoin drop has swept the lows in terms of there is not much more liquidity there's no liquidity to the downside essentially. Like, and our next pool of liquidity is to the upside at around, like, the big pool is at 91,000. Like, to the downside, there is nothing. There ain't much left.
That's
really, there's nothing left. Really, there's nothing. Like, I'm looking at the monthly liquidity chart, and there is nothing down. There's nothing left to the downside. Yeah, I'm wrapping up on that one for the Bitcoin.
I would argue that's good news.
Long it, baby. Take the long. Nah, but we are in a good position for if we show signs of life to to long it.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go towards next? I don't have much to say about Powell. Other than I hope he wasn't getting replaced, and I hope he can fight that.
Well, since we're talking about the market and like the Fed and like kind of like TradFi, we could I could bring up the story about how the CEO of Robinhood has kind of like resurfaced the whole GameStop incident.
Okay.
Pretty much saying that what happened for GameStop, what year was that? 2019, 2020?
Mm-hmm.
That whole fiasco, one would call it, is the quote-unquote wake-up call for tokenization.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that because of the fact that Robinhood had to force people to stop or force that whole like high unexpected amount of volume, forced Robinhood to halt people from buying GameStop shares.
Well, the market also just does that.
No, the market there's legal placements for sell-offs.
But the market has circuit breakers
for sell-offs.
Is it just for sell-offs?
Just for sell-offs.
No?
Circuit breakers do not exist for buys.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I thought I read somewhere there was for both.
No. The circuit breakers are only for buys or only for sell-offs.
Okay.
The supposed reason for Robinhood, and it wasn't just Robinhood. I believe Webull was also part of this, and maybe even Schwab had to stop the buys because the settlement houses were their books were completely backed up. Like,
there are circuit breakers to the upside.
Circuit breakers?
Yeah, there are circuit breakers for individual stocks going up rapidly, known as the limit up, limit down. While major market-wide circuit breakers only trigger on sharp market declines, single stocks LULD halts occur when a specific stock price moves outside of a defined percentage band, typically 5 to 20%.
Limit up,
Mind you,
limit down. Pauses.
This is one from Google, but yeah. So they do exist. It looks like specific stocks have it, not all. So I don't know how that would work.
So there's like a tier system. Tier 1 stocks, S&P 500, Russell 1000, select ETFs, 5% band during regular hours, 9:45 a.m. to 9:35 p.m., 10% band during open hours, 9:30 to 9:40. Yes.
To 4:30.
Tier 2 stocks, all other NMS securities, 10% ban during regular hours, 20% ban during opening and closing periods. Honestly, I think this is something that's relatively new. On May to the secure. Oh, okay. So this is limit up, limit down plan.com. Says on May 31st, 2012, the Securities and Exchange Commission approved on a pilot basis a national market system plan known as a limit up, limit down plan to address extraordinary market volatility. The plan was approved as a permanent rule on April 11th, 2019. The LULD plan is administered by the LULD Operating Committee, comprising a representative from each of the participants. The current participants are the CBOE BZX exchange, CBOE BYX exchange, CBO.
We could just leave it. We could just leave it that and just say that.
So the plan is designed to prevent trades in NMS stocks from occurring outside specific price bands. 10%, 20% is what I'm seeing. That's relatively new. I don't remember seeing that information back when the whole thing happened.
So when,
but essentially, because of the clearinghouses not being able to keep up because of the 2-day settlement cycle, Robinhood, Webull, and
exchanges,
etc., had to stop buying for GameStop because of the short squeeze that Wall Street Bets pretty much sent. This caused a whole, like, I want to say debate. It was a whole thing. It wasn't so much of a debate. It was more so just like a situation. So, essentially, GameStop's stock price went from about $17 at the start of that year,
2020, and in January 28, 2021, it got to 347. So those circuit breakers would have been were in place already, though, by that time. No, I'm just saying that those circuit breakers were already there. I'm not saying it was the cause. I'm just saying they were in place.
No. So what they said was that the clearinghouse
couldn't keep up with
couldn't keep up.
That's also probably
true. So essentially saying like, essentially Robinhood was saying that they don't.
It wasn't our fault.
They don't know who owns what if they were to keep on doing stuff.
Yeah, it was too much volume for them to keep up, which makes sense.
So the quote was like massive deposit requirements and trading restrictions, and it caused millions of unhappy customers due to outdated infrastructure.
Yeah. I mean, it happens on exchanges. That's why you had price. That's why you had the arbitrary. You had the arbitrage between prices on one exchange to the other, because they're not on the same pool. They're not with the same funds. Just in this case, it was a shortage of we can't keep up with the amount of transactions occurring for this one specific token.
So because of that, the clearinghouses are now closing at a 1-day settlement period.
And mind you, even at the 1 day, it can still happen again if there's enough volume.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. But because they're just the CEO, what's his name? Tenev.
I don't know his name.
Says that this has helped settlement, like that the progression now is tokenization.
Yeah.
Because of the 24/7
trading
that it enables.
Oh, yeah. which I think is coming soon, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's pretty much like on the horizon.
Yeah.
However, I do think that I saw an article about this. I don't think it's one of the ones that I have written here or saved. But I do remember seeing that, like, the SEC was like, oh, tokenized assets are securities first, technology second. It was like pretty much their stance on that. So even if it is tokenized, they're still going to be following the SEC's rulings, which honestly I kind of get for securities. We do have to redefine what's the difference between a security and a commodity, or like be more specific at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bitcoin is most definitely a commodity. And I mean, it doesn't fall under that technologies class. I mean, it is a technology, but it's a commodity. It's definitely not a security.
Yeah. So apparently, I'm reading here. Robinhood first introduced 24/5 trading, running from 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday to 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday in May 2023. Overnight trading. Okay, but this is only for limited to the most liquid stocks and ETFs in the market. Makes sense. So they're just expanding that.
Yeah. So one thing that I find interesting in particular is that, like, we are living in a digital age.
100%.
A lot of the things that someone wants to claim ownership of, whether it be like, at the end of the day, you could summarize it to IP, intellectual property, or just like assets, just property in general. It's being digitized. Whether it be like like novels, like creative, like literature, what's the opposite of fiction? Non-fiction works.
Non-fiction.
Yeah, I know. It's the thing is I had to think about the word fiction also. So I was thinking like nonetheless, fiction, non-fiction works, like research papers, or photos, like pieces of art, and digital assets, blockchain technology, in-game currencies. These are all digitized things that don't manifest physically, but they are logically there. Who owns what? Like, in case, like, if you have a Fortnite account and you have a bunch of skins, those are your skins tied to your account, but at the same time, that account is hosted by the company that owns Fortnite. So
yeah. I mean, there was a game. I mean, there was a game that was allowing. I forgot. I think it was RuneScape that they added the ability to like sell.
So RuneScape has its own ecosystem, like a whole individual ecosystem, and I'm actually glad that you brought that up, because that was one of the articles that I have read recently. People in Venezuela, we talked about Venezuela like 2 or 3 episodes ago. There are people in Venezuela that would play full RuneScape full time.
Yes.
To be able to then sell whatever assets that they have accumulated to people in like first world countries that wanted the asset but didn't want
to work for them.
They didn't want to put in the grind. They're like, I'll just pay someone, I don't know, a few dollars for the asset.
Nah, some of them weren't even a few dollars.
I'm just giving a number. Yeah, because like
some of them were
people be grinding.
Some of them were a couple dollars. Some of them was a couple.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, double digits, triple digits.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like these these digital assets does have effort put in behind it, and I think it's interesting that you bring up RuneScape, because just recently, in the United Kingdom, there was a court there that said that virtual gold in old school RuneScape is property, specifically under a act that came out in 1968 called the Theft Act.
Okay.
So that means that people can seek out justice for theft in old school RuneScape.
That's crazy.
But is it though? It seems absurd, but it's just the reality that we live in now.
Is this theft if they steal your Bitcoin?
100%.
There's the same. It's theft.
It's theft. Theft is theft. If something that is not yours,
the only people who can do theft are the governments.
Apparently, because taxes. You know, like it's your civil duty.
Do you have anything more to add to this story? Because you just said something, and I have something to add to that.
Okay, go for it.
I just want to deviate because mine is pretty long.
No, but just pretty much that like RuneScape is an asset that or like gold, digital assets are a thing. No, I'm good.
So the Netherlands I think they have approved. Let me verify that before I get into it.
Verify it.
I want to confirm if this
Never
is approved.
trust. Always verify.
Okay, so it hasn't been voted into a bill yet. What the Netherlands were proposing, but they're proposing to tax unrealized gains, and they're proposing to tax it up to 36% starting 2028.
What?
Yes, and at the same time, you can also accumulate unrealized losses.
Oh, look at that! Someone's actually listening to what you're suggesting.
So and the way it works is so if you have unrealized gains, you have to find a way to pay it. So assuming you have $100,000 in stocks, right, and you have an $1,800 window, like a threshold, meaning if you make more than $1,800 on unrealized profits, that's where it starts getting charged. Anything above, right?
$1,800.
1,800 euros.
Okay,
I think they use euros.
So like $2,000.
So, yeah. So anything above that is when you'll start charging. So if you have 100,000 the first year, and you end up making 15,000 minus your 2,000, that gets taxed. You go to the following year, your start year is 115, your end is 90,000. That 50, on the downside, you only have a $500 bracket threshold. So, but whatever that 500 is below, that's then that money that you lost you don't pay zero. It's not that it doesn't reduce your actual income. But the next year when you make gains, though, you have to make up that money that's down. You can understand what I'm saying? So if you were to make 30,000, you're only gonna get taxed on the 10 because you have the whatever the negative number was left over.
So you don't have to. So like, what they're saying is that if you have losses, they're not gonna give you money.
No, all you'll be doing is you're gonna be putting off when you'll be paying once you make a profit.
That's my thing with this. Why? Like, you're literally hurting your ability to make money.
Not just that, you're also it's good that they're doing it to the downside, but it just sucks because even if you go up and you have the unrealized gains, you have to sell the asset or sell a portion or find a way to cover the asset.
They're penalizing profits. They're penalizing you from doing good.
And not even selling. And not even, not even realizing it.
Yeah, you're not realizing it. So, like, Sure.
You can't even use the money theoretically.
Exactly. Let's say it does go up 10% after it had gone down 20%, or like it's gone up 30% and after it's gone down 20%, and you still have that 10% that you got to pay, 10% profit or whatever. Like, there's a potential for it to still be going up that you as the owner are taking the risk of, because that's your asset. And yet they want a 10%. They want their tax on that 10% gain,
and it's 36%.
Yeah, no, that's an X for me.
Well, yeah, but since you mentioned that, I was like, this is crazy. At least like make the money, and also I didn't see any.
So like, taxation is theft. Taxation on money that you haven't even made is. I don't know how to
Is no Vaseline. It's no Vaseline.
Yeah, it's no Vaseline. That's pretty much what that is.
Like, at least when you made it, okay,
that's criminal. I would say
they
that's
at least
criminal.
spit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But that's what it hasn't been passed. It hasn't been. It's not a bill yet, but they're proposing it. It's going up to vote. I thought that
Netherlands, get your stuff together. Like,
I don't
we don't talk to the Netherlands peeps like that. But if you're from the Netherlands and you're hearing this, like, I don't know what to tell you. I want to level with you. Yeah, I want to level with you. I want to go visit.
Don't get R-word.
I personally like the Netherlands. Never been there.
Don't be Spain. Don't be Spain.
But like, yeah, like, don't let them do that to you.
Don't be cucks.
I don't think it makes sense like that. We're not suggesting you are. I'm just saying like that.
I'm just saying don't be cucks. Don't be what Spain is. I mean,
unless you want to be, but like teachers.
No, I don't think anyone wants to be.
Nah, some people do.
Maybe.
Some people do. Some people like that. Unfortunate. Oh,
yeah.
I want to say unfortunate, but like that for them, it's fortunate. I don't know. I'm not judging. Teach it all.
Yeah. But that was my little side note.
Taxation on money that you do not have in your pocket, like, that's wild. That's so wild.
Yeah, crazy. Oh, I have one quick Bitcoin thing. If you want me to read it out to you.
Yeah, sure.
So Bitcoin? This is Crypto Man Ran again that we talked about last week. This is what he tweeted. We did talk about him. Crypto YouTuber. And I don't agree with this statement. He writes, Bitcoin's narrative is solely dependent on its price.
This is Bitcoin Man Ran.
It's his name is not Bitcoin. His name is Crypto Man Ran.
Oh, my bad. Crypto Man Ran. Yeah. Okay, the name justifies the tweet now. I was like, Bitcoin Man Ran said that? That don't make sense.
Crypto Man Ran said that. He said
you could tell
Bitcoin's narrative is so. Mind you, he does provide good information. I just think when it comes to Bitcoin, I think he's a little off on it sometimes.
Yeah, no, its narrative is not solely based off of its price.
Because when it was at $20.
What? There was no
people
narrative.
People were still buying.
Yeah, people.
There was a narrative at $20.
There was no narrative at $20.
Yeah, there was. It was small.
Small narrative.
It's a small narrative.
I think that's more or less the price that I heard it at.
Exactly.
Well, I say that, but it was probably like closer to 100.
Nah, it was cheaper.
Oh, you're right. It was cheaper. Yeah.
Because I remember what you told me. He told me, this was years later. He goes, I told my dad about Bitcoin. I told him with $100, we all we needed was $100. And he goes, I'm not giving you $100 for it. You want to do it? You put your own money. He did that. I did the math. Yeah, he had no money. Alex goes to me. He goes, we would have been so well off. We would never have to work another day in our lives.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Had I found a way with my adolescent mind, like, you know that meme was like, oh, what were you doing in 2008 crisis? And we're like, I was middle school, like 16.
I should have been buying houses, investing in crypto
instead of being in middle school. Like, yeah, that was me, like, literally. However, I did have like that slight like edge where like I was at least aware of it, but
you know, I will give pushback on this. You said I would have had this much money, and this was last well, and I'm a
Prior
last cycle at this point.
Yeah,
Prior cycle. He goes, and then I said to him, I'm like, that's only if you would have held, which we don't know if that would have been the case.
I don't know, man. I feel like if the logic had stuck back then,
Alex,
and there was this is my reasoning, mind you, Monday night quarterbacking or whatever. Like, if the reasoning was there, the same exact reasoning, because I remember solely what I told my dad was the same exact thing that I say now. If that reasoning was there then, the conviction would have stayed.
I'm gonna give a little pushback. And my only little pushback is gonna be, yeah, Alex, but
Dollar
you would have
values.
looked at,
Yeah.
you would have been looking at dollar value much larger than you've ever seen for yourself personally at that time. Like, I'm talking about, I can for sure guarantee that $100 goes to $100,000. I don't think you saw.
No.
I think you started considering selling once it gets to $1 million.
$1 million. Yeah, once
he sees $1 million on paper, he looks at it like this. He goes, I don't. Then he tells his dad, he goes, and your dad will be like, sell now, sell.
No,
don't get rid of it. What are you doing?
Like,
don't hold this.
Why are you still holding this?
Yes. And
no, that's for sure.
But to give you your point, if you knowing him and his conviction, I think he would have cashed out half of it.
Yeah, I probably would have taken out a chunk at least.
He would have taken some money out, left the rest, and let it ride.
Yeah. Bro, have you seen you say let it ride, and that reminds me of like this is this particular like Instagram like account where it's a stick figure drawing with a white background and like a little stick figure. A little tiny guy. His name's I think they call him Charlie.
Okay.
And Charlie has this like gambling addiction. He goes to the casino, goes to roulette. He goes, oh, all in $100 on 17 black, like 17 black, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And then rolls it 17 black, and Charlie's friend, he's like, hey, nice. And then Charlie's like, let it ride. And his friend's like, what?
Dude, I feel like it's happened in a movie too, though. This happened somewhere.
But like this reel is so funny because
that's hilarious.
It hits 17 like 3 or 4 times, and each time Charlie's like, let it ride. And then like his progression of let it ride was so funny. You guys gotta see this reel.
It really does happen like that, though.
It's mad funny. Yeah, just let it ride.
Just let it ride.
That's once you're like deep in it, and then at the end,
he loses it all.
You just blame it on the house. You're like, you know,
they always steal the money.
They always got the advantage.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Any other interesting stories that you've heard this week?
I heard that. I saw that the Nethernalds, which was crazy. Honestly, I do have one. This happened yesterday, and I think this is insane. So, Mayor Mamdani said Eric Adams, the prior mayor, Eric Adams, without warning, left us a $2 billion deficit. Eric Adams in 2023. If we keep spending money on migrants like this, it's gonna blow a $12 billion hole in the budget. Mamdani in 2023. That's right-wing propaganda.
Okay, so wait. When did Adams say that?
Adams said in 2023. That was in 2023. He said it's gonna blow a $12 billion hole in the budget.
In what year was that hole?
2023. He said it.
Okay, no, he said in 2023 there's gonna be a $12 billion hole, but in what year?
I don't think it doesn't say what year, but I think he just meant like there's gonna be a $12 billion deficit, ideally in the coming in the future.
In the near future.
I don't think he gave a time. I don't think he gave a time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just reading this off a tweet. I'm reading it, and then I saw a video of him, at least explicitly saying this is gonna cause a $12 billion hole.
Okay.
Which, mind you, a mayor. He's halfway through the term, I believe, in 2023.
Oh,
no, Mayor Eric Adams, because the election was last year. So could play out that he probably meant like in my next and coming up in my term or whenever we had another budget conversation, like there may be a hole. And then Mandani said that was right wing propaganda, and now Mandani's like Eric Adams left us with $12 billion in the hole or
12
expense. 12 billion.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 billion.
So now Mandani's saying like, oh, he left us in a $12 billion deficit.
And the answer to the problem is tax the rich.
Interesting.
New Yorkers are going to have fun with that one.
Interesting. Yeah,
I saw that, and I think that's crazy. I'm like, if it's accurate,
I don't know. The way that I see New York going, to me, seems like Florida's going to get more expensive.
And no one in Florida wants any more New Yorkers. We don't want you guys.
No, Floridians do not want any more New Yorkers. Like,
we barely like ourselves.
Like, I literally had a conversation with someone from New York with another New Yorker. So, I'm the third party. Two New Yorkers talking to each other. One has
You're
been
the
living,
Floridian.
Yeah, I'm the Floridian. One of the New Yorkers got here way before the whole mass migration, and he's like, you're part of the mass migration. Like, yeah, you're one of those people. Like,
and even he's like, I don't want you here.
Yeah, and he's an old school New Yorker here in Miami, or not Miami, here in Florida.
And he's like, I don't want you guys either. You guys can leave.
Yeah, and mind you, I'm not in Miami, but like Miami's even worse than where I'm at. Many people.
I'm not in Miami,
Florida. So many,
and I know it's bad.
So many New Yorkers are in Florida. It's actually like just a mass migration.
Yeah. No.
So him choosing to fix the deficit by just taxing the rich is just going to cause more migration. And ultimately, this kind of ties back to what I said about the Netherlands. Like, taxing the rich not taxing the rich. Taxing the growth of your wealth just means that you're disincentivizing people from doing better.
Yeah.
And I don't see how that makes sense. You want people to do better. If anything, there should be taxes on poor performance.
This guy. I know, when you were saying that, I'm like, the tax bracket should be inverse. The less you make, the more tax you should pay.
Well, that's kind of in line. That's kind of in line with what people say when, like, taxing, like, high fructose corn syrups or
yeah.
Like the same way you tax alcohol and cigarettes, tax things that are
and
bad
gambling.
for you. And gambling. Yeah, tax things that are bad for you. Don't tax things that are good for you.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole premise of that argument.
It would push you to like have to grow.
You have to, exactly. That's if there's going to be a penalization, you penalize what's bad for you. But that might be a hot take. That's
a hot take. Hot take.
But the only reason why that's a hot take is because people don't want to hear it.
Alex, should this be the real? This is the real. Hot take.
That's the real.
Hot take. That's the real. Hot take. Say it. Hot take. Hot take. Hot take. Hot take.
No, that's definitely
tax the brokies. Tax the brokies more than the rich people. That's the hot take, guys. That's going to catch a fire.
You.
Let's start it. Tax the poors. Tax the poors. Hot take.
Williams. By the way, Williams advocating to increase his own taxes.
I am poor.
Williams currently. One might argue.
You too.
One might argue. William practically unemployed. Borderline, right there.
Borderline, living the streets, not so far away.
So like, you can't even say like you're like, oh, you're saying, oh, don't tax the rich. Like, oh, you're never gonna be rich. No, it's not that. Just tax me. Because I'm doing such a shit job. Tax me. I don't know. Oh. That's a take.
That's a hot take. That's a good one.
I don't got stories. I got no stories over here.
Yo, so I want to bring it up just because I think it's very inaccurate with everyone attacking me in the group chat yesterday. But I was
not attacking you in the group chat.
Well, it wasn't. It's not about that though. I sent it into our group chat. It was a real saying. Who would be the first in the group to get canceled?
Mm-hmm.
I said it would be our favorite guest, one, DJ Nello, and our cousin Julio, who's never been on. He was on our practice podcast run.
Yeah, he was.
And the reason I said him is because Onelio has dark humor.
Mm-hmm. And Julio likes to say...
And Julio says things out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Julio's an out-of-pocket. He's an out-of-pocket boy, okay? And everyone said, no, that's not true. They would be the least to get... And Alex was like, I'm trying to perfectly get canceled first.
And I said, I'm trying to be number one.
And I said, I am the most politically correct.
At the end of the day, I think
again,
every group
I'm lying. I'm not the most politically correct.
Is not good.
Huh?
At the end of the day, any group chat with just guys is not.
That's fine. But I do think though, them two are the most likely to get canceled.
I honestly like. It's a possibility.
Yeah, but you didn't defend it. You didn't back me up on it. You just said, I just want to be more canceled than everyone else.
No, not more canceled. First.
I want to be the one first canceled. I mean, if it makes you feel better, we've already been canceled.
I just thought that was mad funny to say.
I mean, maybe.
No,
I found it funny when I told him on the gaslight only.
Realistically, I think I'd be the last to get canceled.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think I'd be the last because
you're the most correct.
I think I'm a relatively like balanced individual. I might start some fires, but I'll turn them off too.
I'll just throw gas on every fire.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I'll burn my own bridge.
I think honestly, you and one would be higher on the list. Me and Julio are on the lower side.
Julio's not on third, bro. Julio has told me things.
Yeah, but like he says that to you in confidence.
Yeah.
Mind
you, someone.
The question is, if you're famous, who would be the first?
I think if we're famous,
not the most, because like the most.
Okay, if we're famous, I think I'm first.
Yeah, first. You'd be first.
I'll be first because I am the most unaware of things.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll step into it.
You just be like, "What are you talking about?" Like this is.
Yeah, I'll just walk.
You're like,
I'll just walk into it. Yeah, I'll just walk into it.
But then later on, you'd be like, "Oh wait, okay, I understand now." Like, I think you're also a reasonable person. I think you are a reasonable person. I think later on, you'd be like, "Oh no," like.
Yes, but once the fire's already on me, I might as well light it.
You're gonna make it worse. Yeah, as soon as you're made aware of it, you're just gonna add fire to the flame.
You're like, might as well.
Yeah, no.
But I felt that.
It was a mad funny conversation.
I mean that part. Then we just started talking about ice.
No, at some point he goes to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna say something just to see if I could get someone heated."
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say here, I don't believe what I said, but this is what I said.
He's like, I don't believe it. He literally texted me before saying this. He's like, I'm gonna say this to see if I could get him to like rage. Like it was rage bait.
It was literally. So Onelio went and wrote something about being canceled. He's like, I love Louis C.K., but he got canceled for doing accusations of bad behavior with women. like,
I
and
don't know
not
if
having their,
I'm saying accusations. I, don't know if they
I
were
believe it was accusations, and not asking for their consent or whatever. I write something else, then I go to Alex. I'm like, watch this. I write on it. So you're telling me we have to believe all women now? I'm like, women lie all the time, or something of that nature.
Yeah, something along those lines.
And on it just on it it was like, I don't even know what he said, but he was very defending. Like, what are you talking about?
He was like, whoa, like there's no way.
There's no way. Obviously. Also, I don't think you should believe all women either, guys. You take everything with a grain of salt.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, there should be due process.
There should be due process. Everyone could lie.
To a degree, yes. Like, that's a heavy accusation. Like, you wouldn't take that not seriously.
Like, definitely look into it. Like, everything should be like.
100%.
Don't. If someone tells me, if a woman were to tell me something of that nature, I would definitely take it serious.
If a woman were to tell me something of that nature, I'm for the most part like already leading on that side.
Yeah. Someone tells you, you're already like, I'm gonna beat that guy's ass. That person.
Like, unquestionably, like, I'm going against what the innocent against proven guilty. Like,
exactly.
Like, biased.
Unbiasedly.
Like, not
biasly.
Biasly.
Yeah, no, biasly.
Biasly going
100%.
Fuck innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we'll find out after we break the leg.
Realistically,
we'll find out.
But realistically,
there should be due process.
There's possibility. Like,
but like, we'll give you due process after you broke a leg.
Because in reality, like, the human response, I think, would be, yo, that's messed up.
I'm breaking your legs. Breaking your legs.
Yeah,
you're not walking.
That should be the human response.
You're a cripple.
But at the end of the day, like, people are people. And people lie, so there's like considerations.
100%.
Yeah. No, and this is the reason why I'd say, like,
I'll walk into it.
Oh yeah.
I'll walk into cancellations, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I just walked into one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the message. I don't even find it. There was an extensive amount of messages sent in a very short period of time. And mind you, our group chat, dead always.
It's always dead, but it woke up for that one.
It tends to wake up. It tends to wake up for like certain, like, someone asks some question or says something, and then it just like lights a fire.
I also purposely did that just to rage bait him, and then I continued rage baiting him. And I would tell Alex, I'm about to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Now that I look at this chat, there's actually some messages I haven't seen.
Oh yeah. Well, if you never respond to my last message, but whatever.
To your last message?
Yeah, to the one we not to you personally, but in the group chat. So I think we're like an hour 20. What do you want to do? We're already canceled.
We could wrap it up. What we could do is we could get the last section, cut it up, and put it as a blooper, or like save it for the vault with the test run that we did with Julio at the beginning. And like later in like 20 years, like, you want access to these videos, to this
dipshits.
Yeah, like these.
Marnito, cut the last like 5 to 10 minutes out.
Yeah, I'll find the point. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, if you've been here for this amount of time and you've enjoyed,
if you listen to the entire podcast, Alex would give you $100.
Yo, yeah. You gotta proof. You
need proof.
I'm asking questions. Questions.
Damn it. So, okay, we're not gonna do it for this podcast. Wait, we're not doing it for this one. We'll do it for the next one.
Okay.
The way we're gonna prove it, we're gonna say words throughout the episodes, and you gotta get those words.
Okay. Fair.
And you won't know what those words are until we give the sign.
Yeah. Wait, why am I the one that giving him $100? We'll give you $100.
Because Alex has money.
William has no money.
I'm poor. You just said money. I'm poor and I'm being taxed.
It's not that I have money. It's just I'm the only one with some.
Facts.
But yeah, I think that'd be a worthy investment.
Dude. Could you imagine someone actually says everything? Dude, that'd be crazy.
We gotta run this. We gotta run this in the beginning of the episode. Next episode.
Yeah, we'll just do it in the beginning, of course.
No. Just put this part in there.
Or you can just say it.
Something like that. Anyways, like, subscribe, share with a friend, write us a comment,
hit the notification bell,
and tell William he's pretty.
Damn it, he took my line. Okay, I'll take it.
Alright, guys. It's been another week.
Of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes crypto.
The canceled
crypto podcast.
Ayo.